was talking about the rehearsals down at Stone Pony. You know, when Bruce came out, we played Murder Incorporated and Light of Day. And I don't think he was playing that with the band at the time. It was like '95. And so we recorded a version of it for some label and put it out. One step up, two step back. We recorded like a full rock version of it. And then when it got to the Light of Day tribute, which is the double CD, right? Double CD, with the picture of the Jersey Shore on it.
That's right.
Instead of giving them that version again, they asked us to record Light of Day. And the one company owned that. I don't know. It was something to do with rights or something. And I didn't want to repeat myself by just doing another version of that particular song. So we sort of come up with an alternative, like a dust. We were calling it a Rust Bowl version of Light of Day. We try to make it like a little swing, Chicago blues, John Lee Hooker type of thing.
It sounded like you recorded it. It sounded like it was recorded almost live. I mean, even though.
Oh, we did. That was as it went down. I think we were messing around with a bunch of Bruce songs. I said, well, I didn't like it. I said, we're going to do Light of Day. And I said, okay, we know that one. I said, well, we're going to do it different. And Bruce's version is it's in E, for you musicians out there. We completely changed the day. And it's a major shift of keys. Yeah. And just playing like this goes. Well, I another day on the road for 6 days and nights down. But I'm a little warm, about to feel alright. Got money in my pocket and a lonely ride. Gotta make it down to Galveston for Saturday night. So, just change the whole approach to the song. It's actually a trick I picked up off of Bruce, because when I went to a couple of his sessions, the thing about Bruce, I don't know if I should give away his tricks of his trade, but he has an amazing voice. Amazing voice. And, he'll play the same song. I've seen him play the same song at a recording session, 5, 6, 7 different ways, but not like I'm beating it to death. He'll play, let's do it in the key of A. He'll sing one way. Let's do it in the key of C. Sing it a completely different way. Let's do it in the key of F. And I'm just sitting there thinking, wow, how the hell can he sing all those different keys of the same song? And so that's actually, since we were doing like that, I used that trick. So let's just completely change the song and do a different key. And, that's just... That's like the classic John Lee Hooker Detroit boogie type thing, so that's what we're shooting for.
Maybe you can play it tomorrow night.
We're going to play it tomorrow night. We probably haven't played it since. I think that's a one-time shot.
Never mind.
What do you think is the reason, being a fellow musician, that, to me, Bruce is an excellent guitarist, electric guitarist.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think it's just because he's such a great songwriter that that's never really recognized and, owned up to by other people? Or do you think...
Well, I think other musicians would recognize it.
But it seems like the critics never really get that part of it.
What are the critics?
What more do you want the guy to have?
It all comes back to you.
I mean, he's an excellent guitar player, but he cuts a blazing solo on. We did that song, another thing, my record. He blazes on it, but he plays the song. Whatever the song calls for, that's what he plays. If he doesn't hear it, if his songs, the songs that he are writing, don't call for that type of solo, he's not going to throw it in just because he wants people to think he's a great guitar player. And plus, he has like, you know, 2 other excellent guitar players. I mean, Nils Lofgren is, you know, he's one of these guys. Most guys I go see play, so I could do that if I practice a little bit more. But Nils Lofgren, I'm like, he's one of those type of guys. And, you know, Bruce will tell you the same thing. You know, Bruce is playing, I can approximate. Nils is playing is like off the charts. So, you know, I think that, you know, Bruce and the E Street Band is one of those classic bands where the song is the thing. That's the reason for being out there on stage.
How do you explain your success in Spain versus in the U.S.?
I don't know. Let me explain it. I'm fascinated. They just like us. You know, I asked the guys if they can feel the passion of the music. And the Spanish audience is, you know, they're a very enthusiastic crowd, you know. And, you know, when Bruce plays, it's in these big places. When we play, you know, people always, you know, they say like, or use you know, well, I don't know more brutal. They call you a bar band, and sometimes they think that's sort of an insult. They're a bar band. Well, to me, the best music I've ever seen in my life has been in a bar.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather see Bruce Springsteen and the Rolling Stones in a bar than a theater. I'd rather see them in a theater than an arena, and I'd rather see them in an arena other than a stadium. You know, I want to see the music up close. I want to see the guys spitting when they sing, and the spit flying out, you know, the sweat and you know, the snot and everything else.
Jersey
That's all part
baptism.
of the music. And so when we play in Spain, you know, we play in these small places and people right there, and you know, I think that's part of it too. So I think it's, you know, we play in these hot, steamy rooms, and you know, the music just gets to you.
I have your the documentary DVD, A Good Life, which has some footage from way back in the 80s with the House Rockers.
Yeah.
What was it like going back and seeing some of that footage?
Well, you know, they unearthed did you guys remember the Agora Club? Bruce played a classic show there like in '76 or something, the Agora. Well, apparently, that's been known to me anyways, the guy running Agora taped almost every show there. So he has this massive collection of DVDs of all the great bands. And I don't know why he's sitting on it, but when the guys who did our film, Flatbroke Productions did our film, they unearthed these two pretty much complete concerts from, they were warm. I remember the one was really early in the morning. The one where we really looked like we had a case of the ass one, because it was like really, it was WMMS coffee break things. And they started like at 10. And we were the opening act. I don't even think, we probably played like at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it freaked my kids out. You know, it freaked my kids that I was actually young at one point. I'd always look like this, you know. So, but it was pretty cool. I haven't, I'll be honest with you, I looked at them, most of them. I haven't been able to sit down and really look at the whole concerts. It was too much of a time trip. But it was nice to have it included in the film, I thought.